Number 4, Apple making its biggest investment ever in Europe. Now we know what they're doing with that $170+ billion in cash. iPhone maker will spend almost $2 billion building data centers in Ireland and Denmark, which they plan to open by 2017.
Yeah, so they only have $168 billion parked offshore.
They could build 80 more of these.
So this is actually a really interesting story because of all the concerns about privacy, particularly in Europe. European regulators are pushing to have data centers located closer to home. So that is one of the reasons that Facebook, Google, and now Apple are all trying to move servers closer to Europe. The other reason is just quite simply the weather. They're installing them in colder climates because it's cheaper.
You know what I really like about this, you guys, is the renewable energy part of it. These are huge, huge facilities. And I guess they're going to have solar panels or, they're going to be renewable energy. And it's about time that big companies did this sort of thing.
Does that hit into
That's my thing.
Your thing.
Climate change?
That's my thing.
Your liberal heart.
Fossil fuels, I mean, I keep hitting my mic. I'm an amateur. But, fossil fuels, I mean, they're okay for now, but let's move in the direction of not fossil
being
fuels.
carbon neutral there.
Yeah.
Good on Apple. Okay, number 3 is the gold rush ending. Judging by the barometer of hedge fund interest, there's less to get excited about in gold these days. Data shows money managers cut their net long wagers by the most in 15 weeks. The strengthening dollar and record valuations for global equities, diminishing bullion's appeal as a store for wealth. I mean, you have to be a really, these gold bugs, right? I mean, they'll never relent on their position, and you have to kind of be paranoid to really believe in
You have to be a Mark
right?
Bob or
I
doom and
disagree.
gloom.
These are analytical, very rational people.
Are you a gold bug?
No, I don't think I own any. I'll have to check my basement, but
Okay, but here's the issue. We're in a world of essentially competitive devaluation. Currencies are getting cheaper everywhere except for the U.S.
Yes.
In that environment, and also given the geopolitical risk, what's still going on in Ukraine, the rise of Islamic State, why doesn't that make you want to be in the safe haven currency?
Well, what must be particularly galling to the folks that you described as gold bugs is the fact that the dollar's doing so well. This is a fiat currency that's being,
true.
and Janet Yellen is in the basement of the Federal Reserve just printing this stuff.
Oh, I thought you were
This is printing.
throwing backwards.
People, I know. Okay. It is Merger Monday. Speaking about the dollar, right? Maybe that's helping some mergers here. Big Pharma, Valiant Pharmaceutical agreeing to buy Salix for about $10 billion, the first big deal for Valiant after it was shut down repeatedly last year in an attempt to buy Allergan, which is the maker of Botox, right? So, we were talking about how these big pharma deals are likely to continue to happen. And Valiant, which said they were done with that, apparently not so done, right? They can't.
No, but it does look like a consolation prize, some are saying. A little bit of concern that Salix has so much exposure to one drug, this drug that treats IBS, which obviously is a growth industry because a lot of people have tummy problems.
Olivia, what does IBS stand for? No,
Irritable bowel syndrome, Betty. Isn't that a nice thing to think about as our viewers are eating breakfast?
Our viewers are eating breakfast.
It is nicer to own Botox, right, than something that's
well, maybe they could use Botox
flatulence drug or whatever it is.
Boy.
So,
yeah, I said it.
Well, I think, but going back though to the stronger dollar, helping some of these companies.
The criticism with Valiant, though, is that they are slashing R&D expenses in favor of just buying up companies to boost profits. That is the criticism.
We need R&D in the pharmaceutical industry. We need it.
Instead of buying up the pipeline.
Yeah.